It's the Fit Update with producer Mike
and Coach Kinsley.
So this week, nutritionally, I feel like I nailed it. I'm so happy with the amount of protein I got every single day. It was definitely a focus. And then workout-wise, stellar every single day. And I'm adding a little more cardio in there than usual. And it's really funny. I feel like a lot of people, their, joints will hold them back from weightlifting, especially knees. Very, very common pain point. And I deal with knee pain sometimes, but because I have been more consistent for the past 4 weeks, my knee pain has diminished significantly. So I'm so happy to see the results there. And I can definitely see the tone coming back. The muscle memory is there and it's reacting thanks to my nutrition now matching my exercises. But unfortunately, my sleep has not been in its best form this past week. So I'm pretty tired. Towards the end of the week, it did start to affect my workout. Thursday ended being a much lighter or low impact, low intensity workout than I would have hoped for. But you gotta listen to your body.
So, Coach, it's interesting that you mentioned that you were tired today and you went with a lower impact workout. Is it harder to work out when you're tired? Does it take more energy to get to the same spot if you had been better rested than you were? Would having more nutrition help you push through that, or you just need to get more sleep?
I would say thanks to my nutrition being on point this week, I didn't lose strength. I lost some endurance. It took me a little longer to do the sets that would usually not take me that time. Maybe I'm resting 2 minutes in between my sets instead of 1 because that recovery period is less. But I still have the strength that I would have if I was more rested, but it does take more concentration. I need to actively think about my core to make sure that my lower back isn't making up for my tiredness, right? Little things like that, where it's taking just a tiny bit more to get to the same place that a fully rested Kinsley could do.
Okay, so you focus more on your intentionality during your workout. Like you're concentrating on, like you said, engaging your core versus letting your lower back kind of lazy your way through it. That's really interesting and a good tip too. If you're working out when you're tired.
Right. Mind muscle connection is everything. I've mentioned in the past, I don't really listen to music when I work out so that I could focus on mind muscle connection. I do it when I'm fully awake as well, but here it was even more concentrated. Like it was non-negotiable. I had to think about every single rep and be very intentional every single movement.
Maybe I'm missing something there, but that's really amazing. I can't work out without having music on or plugged in my ears or whatever. So for this week, at the beginning of the week, I had gone to visit mom and I didn't get the resistance training in that I wanted to. And I had a little extra, a little extra love, a little extra food when I was down there visiting, and then unfortunately ran into my second resistance day that I missed. So I'd eaten a little more, not worked out. I had gotten some treadmill work in, which is good, but getting ready for work the other day, I'm looking in the mirror. I'm like, is that a little round where it used to not be so round? And I know that's just got to be psychological. I know it's just messing with me. It's my old habits. Trying to learn to not be a sore winner, to lead with gratitude about where I'm at now, but then also remember where I've been and know that I've got journeys, I've got things to do and places to be and weights to lift. Just for that few minutes, I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm like, oh my gosh, I look like I did 5 years ago. And clearly that's not the case. For me, getting back into the workout, getting back into the nutrition this week, was really important to me to make sure that I hit everything. And I have been. I've gotten a couple of workouts in. My nutrition's been on point. Tomorrow I'm going to do a long run. It's also supposed to be cooler out. So my week was sort of up and down, a little bit of a mental block for me, but that's something that I need to work through a lot, even as I go forward and I feel great. And, I think I look better, but that creeps into the back of my brain, Coach. And that's something that I just have to keep working through. It's fine. And I got back to it today, and that feels much better that I can actually talk about it now.
Yeah, and you're definitely not alone in that. For people that have stories like yours where they've gone from
Like a really fat guy.
oh, come on. Where they've gone from being overweight to healthy once again, I do feel like that fear really lingers back in there. And sometimes it can be a healthy fear, like if you've been off for a week, it's time to get back on it. Sometimes it really could be a roadblock. So I'm glad that you're not letting it be, that you're not letting it really get you down. Gaining weight in a weekend to where you can see it isn't super duper realistic. Not losing weight because of your weekend is very common. But you gotta just remember that gaining pounds is a numbers game. Calories is a numbers game. So 1 pound is about 3,000 calories. So you'd have to be at a 3,000 calorie surplus at the end of the week to have gained a pound. I think what you were seeing was probably true, but inflammation. And this might be from a sodium standpoint, especially if you were having common comfort foods, maybe
Yes.
some fried foods.
Yes.
Those are going to add some inflammation. There you go. So you might not be crazy. It could very much so be really what you are visually seeing and not be straight up, fat gain.
One of my terrible habits that I am still working on breaking is when I drive. I tend to snack, and I think it's okay to snack when I drive, but sometimes I fall back into my old habits. I like those little candied orange slices, and I'll have an open bag of it while I'm driving. It's like a 6-hour drive, and I'll have one, and I'll have one, and I'll have one, and then I'll have a diet soda that's full of sodium. So yes, that's probably part of it. Getting back into where I'm at now. I can talk about it, and I can laugh, but I can also know that I've got work ahead of me. I put work in behind me, so I'm good. I'm good right now.
Good. And there's always next week to seize.
Next week, what?
To seize, carp those DMs.
Except seize the week.
Right, exactly.
That's a good update, Coach Kinsley.
That's a good update, Producer Mike.